All right, you guys, we are streaming live on YouTube. I'm Angela Kim with Yahoo Entertainment. You just watched the first 2 episodes of season 2 of She-Ra. What'd you guys think? Yeah? Awesome. And now the cast is here, and we have some questions. But first, let's do some introductions here. We have the voice of Bo, Marcus Scribner. Voice of Glimmer, Karen Fukuhara. Voice of Scorpia, Lauren Ash. Voice of Catra, AJ Michalka. The voice of Adora and Catra, Amy Carrero. And executive producer and showrunner, Noelle Stevenson. All right, so we have a lot of awesome questions that we've collected from Tumblr, the fans here, right here, also on Twitter from NX on Netflix. So let's get started. You guys ready? Yeah? Yes. Yeah? Okay.
Let's do it.
So first one's for the group. So anyone jump in. Dreamer Studio asks, what are you most excited about in the upcoming season? Revealing as little as possible, though. I don't know if that's possible.
Man. Trying to think of something like really specific but really obscure. Your favorite line? Oh, my favorite line. What's my favorite line? That's not this season.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Get it. Come on, Amy.
Too early.
Yeah.
Too early.
You don't even know what this is from. There's like a part in the new season where Adora like continuously mispronounces things for like a really long time, and it's like one of my favorite runners that I think you just made up one day, and we just kept making you do it, and it's like I'm really excited for everyone to see that.
Everyone is so terrified to say something that's a spoiler.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anti-spoiler.
So we ask approval first.
We have an episode where all the princesses act out their own version of Catra.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
That'll be exciting.
I can't wait for that. I'm excited for what's to come for Catra and Scorpia. Just in regards to their friendship, whether that means good or bad. I think Catra's going to be really hard to befriend for a while, and Scorpia is here for it, and I'm excited to see where
She
that
wants
goes.
nothing more.
Nothing more. All she wants is a hug.
Yeah, guys, I was like, Scorpia has to wear a cat print. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wildcats.
She's Catra's biggest fan.
Show her love.
100%.
So another Tumblr user has a question for all of you guys. Have you been reading any of the fan theories? And do you have any favorites?
Amy, what was it? That
I
fan
made
theory
one
that you had
up.
earlier?
Want to hear it?
This one?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
pretty
yes.
good.
And I could maybe add to it.
I think you
now.
should. I would
Okay.
really like to know.
Time.
So, what if Adora was actually Shadow Weaver?
And I said, from the future, and then she came back in time, and then she got stuck.
Okay.
Guys,
You never see her face.
The thing that we've
Nope.
learned from
And
today
they're never
is that
together.
Lauren should be writing this whole show because her ideas
Yeah.
are better than anything we've come up with.
Not
So,
true.
like,
Not true.
Yeah, new showrunner Lauren. Like, meet her now.
my weird theory, just to add to this, is that Shadow Weaver planted Catra originally as like Adora's pet, and then we became best friends, and she didn't know how close we'd get, and now she's loving the fact that she's like kind of tearing us apart in a way.
Really good.
But that's not really a theory. That's just like extra writing on the side. I did.
Dark.
So I love this question. They were so formal when they asked. So Fandoom Strikes asked, Dear Ms. Stevenson and cast.
So
right?
polite.
So this has been eating at me for months now. Does Eternia have a sun? Light Hope said Mara moved the planet to starless place, and no stars mean no sun. But it's still bright during the day, so I'm left wondering. Can you please help us?
Okay,
Incredible
so I've been
Boggling.
waiting for someone to ask me this question for so long. Yeah, because it's like, okay, so like part of being a showrunner is you just say something like there are no stars in the sky and everyone just has to do what you say. And then it's like, but it's still like day and night. How does that work? And I'm like, oh crap. But then we came up with it. It's like the moons function as suns. That's why Bright Moon is called Bright Moon, is because it's like the moons are like, you know, in episode 9 when Hordak mentions the morning's moonrise, not sunrise. So no, there's no sun on Etheria. There are only some very bright moons. That's what I
That's
call
so
it that.
cool.
Yeah,
I
know.
love that finally got unveiled because of that great
I
question.
know, I know. We planned
really
it all
happy you
out.
helped
I've thought of
this person.
every single
It's actually Noelle who
mythology
asked
thing.
that.
I know. I planned
That's why it was so formal.
Right, it was like Miss Stevenson.
The next question is just like, do you guys want to eat some soup dumplings?
Yeah.
Like,
Shira fan X.
not Noelle Stevenson asked the next question.
So this question's for Amy, actually. What are you most excited about for this season in regards to Adora's growth?
All right, we're in a dark place this season. I think that Adora is now facing the weight of the responsibility that she has to face with her role. And I think in the first season, it was all like the newness of these new powers and the new friendships and all of that. And now this season is a lot more about her figuring out, oh, this actually is a huge responsibility, and I'm not feeling successful in this. And I think for the first time in her life, she doesn't feel successful at something, and you know that's difficult.
She's like that perfectionist kid who's
Yeah.
just like, I made an A minus.
Yeah.
What?
97.
I have to go cry in a corner.
She's the girl who like raises her or like hand in class, like, we had a test today.
Were you gonna give
hates
us
her.
homework?
So Marcus, there's a question here for you. What are your favorite friendships in the show and why?
Wow. Won't say any names, but definitely I feel like Bo and Glimmer, obviously. Gang. AKA best friend squad with Adora over here. Yeah. That's a great trio. Speaking for Bo, definitely he idolizes Seahawks, so that's an instant. That's one right there. Scorpia and Catra, I mean, that's just like a dynamic duo. And we have the love-hate between Adora and Catra. There's just so many duos that can be paired off in the show that it's ridiculous. That's why I've seen, like, I scrolled through Instagram and I look for the hashtag Shira, and I just see so many fanfics of just like shipping and all this stuff, and it's wonderful. So keep it up, guys. Okay.
Yeah. So Noelle, this one's for you. I love this handle, Della Queso. Because queso, you
Of
know.
the cheese.
Besides the original 80s She-Ra show, what other artists and shows influenced the writing and style of the new She-Ra?
Ew. I think one thing, like, so I listened to a lot of 80s power ballads when I was like writing the Bible and
Any
the pilot and
examples
everything.
so we can
Bonnie
get-
Tyler, just all of Bonnie Tyler. Kate Bush, weirdly. I don't. That's not. It's like I just love her.
No, that
It's
makes
just-
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like Meatloaf, you wouldn't think it works, but it does. Yeah. I always picture him just like riding off into the sunset on like a motorcycle, like flying
that
into
big
the sky.
mansion.
And then the
with
motorcycle
Celine
turns
Dion.
into a dragon, and it just weirdly works. Like.
Please release a playlist. I think everyone here will want to hear it.
I feel like it's so much about trying to like capture that time and place, and so it's like also just the feeling of like being a little kid and like at the library you look at the cover of a sci-fi novel and you see something super weird like a big floating pyramid with like and it's just like, what is that? Why is that there? So there's like a lot of like kind of Mobius and like Roger Dean influences for the look of the world. Yeah, that was kind of all the stuff. I just like had like a vision board going into it, and I was like, "This is what we're gonna do." And yeah, it was
What else was on this vision board? I'm
I'm
curious.
trying to remember. It was like a lot of like shoulder pads. I was like, I don't know, I'm just feeling shoulder pads. Yeah, and then obviously there's like, I think the original property has so many homages to like Star Wars and, Conan the Barbarian, like all the kind of like all the best of sword and sorcery and sci-fi. It's all in this show. And so like it was just great. You get to just like sample from every genre, and I love it. It's such a fun like sandbox to play in.
Awesome. Lauren, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Ooh. So if you could have the powers of any of the princesses, which princess would it be?
Oh gosh, that's hard. There's so many. Everyone has such a cool power, and I think that that's really a testament to the truth that in real life everyone has a special gift. You know what I mean? Everyone's gift is unique. But I feel like honestly, and I know this sounds like a cop out, I would have to say Scorpia because I would love to have that just completely non-jaded love power. I know that you're asking about like what magical power, but I'm saying like the ability to just get up and be driven by love and wanting someone to love you, and that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, that's why she gets into the fights that she does. That's why she does the things that she does. And I would love to be able to have that really pure sense of love driving me. Because inside it's a darkness.
Lauren is
so not
mean
true.
to all of us.
She's so cold. That's the sweetest answer ever.
Oh, thank you.
That shows where your heart is. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? As a person. Like, that's just really sweet.
Thank you.
You can see it, you can be it.
You're right. You're right. It's there, guys.
How about you, Karen? Would you say, do you have any powers that you would swap with or anything?
No, I think I'm sorry, but I think Glimmer has some cool ass powers. Am I right? Yeah. Sparkle bombs. And teleportation is great. You know, sometimes you just don't want to go get that bag of chips that are across the room, and you just, you know, you can do it. You can do it. The world is your oyster. So yeah, I wouldn't trade it for a thing.
If you could teleport, we could have soup dumplings right
Right
now.
now.
I know,
Yeah.
we're obsessed
Think
with
about that.
Or
Like,
ramen.
go and then
Or
come back,
donuts.
and we all
I
have
think
soup
you guys
dumplings.
know where the
Hungry.
after party
Yeah,
is now.
yeah.
So.
We've been thinking about this all day.
You could be an amazing postmater. Like, just teleport to so many people.
That could be my side
Get
job.
rich off of
yeah,
Postmates.
yeah.
Love it.
Can make it happen.
All right, so here's some questions from Twitter we got from NX on Netflix. So, will Catra and Adora ever see eye to eye on their reasons for fighting?
Watch this show.
Just keep watching. You'll have to see.
I love like this collective answer though, in the room.
Well,
That's
it's
the
so it's
plot
so
of the
rare,
show.
like in person when there's conflict, like you rarely get to explain to the other person like why. I mean, unless you're like very like advanced or whatever, been to therapy. Like
Which
it's
they have
it's
not
hard.
been.
It's hard to say like your core need is actually something that is impossible for me to give you, and my core need you cannot give me. And I think that that's where a lot of like conflict happens, especially in old friendships where it's like I'm no longer on the path that you're on. I still care for you, but I can't watch you do this to yourself, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's basically a lesson in communication
Totally.
that these two characters have not yet learned.
Yeah, I think
But
it's
we're
so
growing,
great because
you know?
it is like they actually do talk about their feelings. Like there's a whole episode where like they're both saying exactly what they feel and they still miss each other.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it still is like, you know. And I feel like that happens so often, even when people are expressing their feelings. And like one of my favorite things to do as a writer is just to write arguments, because I always try and put myself on both sides of the argument and try and really convince myself of both sides. And like Adora and Catra are the perfect characters to do that with, because you kind of see it from both of their perspectives.
They're both
Like,
so valid.
Even if, you know, it's like, okay, I don't agree with everything that you're doing or saying, but like I get why you feel that way. And like that's, you know, that's what they're about.
So we have another. I love this handle too. Adora's Catra tweeted, right? How is working on this season different from last season? I'll start with you, AJ.
My character is really trying to prove herself. I mean, she's like not doing great after the battle at Bright Moon, and I think that the arc of my character has been really fun to play as an actor, because we're going to see Catra fall into a pit of darkness a little bit, I have to say. I think I can give that away. I mean, we all know that's coming. But it's I don't think my approach to the role has changed at all, but I think the growth I think as a cast, as we've all gotten more warmed up, but also just the writing. I mean, working with someone like Noelle and Mary, who directs a lot of our episodes, they really know how to write for us now. And, you know, obviously in the first season, you've kind of built, like you said earlier, a Bible, and you've created this world. But once the cast is really locked into their characters, we're able to kind of lend our voices to certain dialogue that maybe the writers now are using as inspiration for their next script. And that's really cool. I think you guys really listen to us. And so for me as an actor, we're able to kind of depict where our character is going and how it's going to be written, because the writers listen to how we ebb and flow through the script. It's really interesting. I don't know if that really answers the question.
No, it
but
totally does.
I don't think my approach has changed, but it's cool that we've gotten so comfortable with our characters now that we just lock in when we go into the studio.
Awesome. Noelle, Michelle, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely true. I think that all of you have defined your characters in such a specific way. I think this season was like getting kind of weird with it. Like it was like letting like my favorite episodes are the one where Adora gets to be weird. Like it's my favorite thing. It's just like and I feel like it's just so much. It's like all of you like brought something to the character that we didn't expect. I mean, like I remember like AJ, that like first moment, like Catra's like crying in season 1, where you just brought something to it that I did not expect, and it just like changed the way that I thought about the character, and I was like, oh my god, like there's something here. Like I think I understand like what this character is in a way I didn't before, and all of you have done that. I mean, all of you, we like write the characters around you, like every little like every runner, every little like tick or like you know whatever your instinct is for the character, it always defines how we write the character. And like Scorpia has such a great arc this season that again like Lauren like deserves a writing credit on the show, because she just like always is like going on runners, and we like always like we write the characters around the actors, and it's like.
But that's really a testament to Noelle and the writing staff, because not every show does that, you know, and she is creative enough and talented enough that she can be flexible and nothing is too precious, which I think that's what the best work comes out of. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like there are moments in the booth too where like you'll sometimes have notes, you'll be like, "What, does Dora really feel that way?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Let's try something a little different." And it's like always, I feel like we're finding it together, like in the
collaboration.
Booth. Yeah.
The greatest thing as an actor is to go into the booth, and you know, you might be giving an emotional performance or whatever it may be, but the writing is so true and so honest that you actually start crying. Like that's happened. It's incredible, and you're literally like, "Oh my gosh, I'm tearing up," and it's affecting the performance in a great way because it's informing the emotion. But it's really neat to feel that way about a script, because that doesn't always happen.
They make us cry all the time. We're just like everyone in the booth.
I mean,
is
she
just
wrote like,
and then you make us cry.
Yeah, but she literally wrote like, "There are no stars," and I was like, "What?" She's never had a birthday.
really emotional day. That was rough.
So we have another person on Twitter here. Uno Ultra asks, "I absolutely adore the voice acting in this show, and I was wondering, hey, yeah, shout out, if any of you could choose another character to play, who would it be?" Karen?
So I just finished watching season 2. We got an exclusive. It's on my laptop. Nobody steal it, please.
I know where it is.
Yeah, I know. And I just loved Scorpia. I mean, the first season I really loved Entrapta and what Christine did with the role, but season 2, Scorpia just takes it to another level, and she's so funny and lovable, and I would love to tackle that one day and be able to do what you do. I don't know.
Amazing to
Yeah.
hear that. That would be amazing.
So cool.
I
We
gotta
should
work
all
on my lower
swap.
register.
Yeah. I want to do Mermista. Like straight up.
yeah.
I feel her person just
You have to
super
do it
uncaring
now.
and just
You have to do
Right.
it.
Right there,
What's
she's
your
right
best
there.
hug?
whatever. I feel like that's definitely like a theme of Mermista's just entire character is just whatever permanently. And if any, I don't know if we have any like anime fans in here, but like it reminds me like Shikamaru from like Naruto, right? Like it's like the same vibe. Like she just doesn't care, and I always love characters like that. Yeah.
I was gonna say Entrapta.
Me too.
I just love that voice so much, and yeah, I feel like it's like I can't do it justice, but I would love to get to play that. I love it.
Somebody on Twitter asked, like, does she realize, like, is she mad that they left her in season 1 or whatever? I'm like, I don't even know if she realizes where she is at any point. Like, I don't think that's ever once crossed her mind. Not once.
She has no hard feelings for
No,
that.
none.
I think Frosta would be really fun to play. Like just that cute little voice. Like I've always wanted to play with something like that in the voice world.
Well, we tried. We
Played young Catra and young. Oh,
Wait, which part?
Well, they've already said it, folks. So
Okay, so we tried to do Young Catra, Young Adora. We begged. Yeah. We're like, can we please do it? And then they're like, yeah, do it. And then we did it. And then at the screening for season 1, we met the 2 actresses they hired. The 2 little girls. And
we basically got replaced.
Guess we got cut.
Are you kidding me? Okay, look, you both do it. There's babies, and that's where we got the actual babies. You guys do the child version.
So we are still.
Yes, you're in it. I wouldn't cut you from this show.
Oh, so they're like the little. Yeah, that's hard to do.
Okay, can I tell you like a fun Frosta story though? Like at the rap party, you might have seen this. I dared Merritt to sing "Let It Go" in character as Frosta,
It was
and
brilliant.
she did it, and it was amazing. And that's my favorite Merritt story. She committed.
So I don't know if you saw me reach for this, but these are fan questions from you guys in the audience.
Whoa.
Thank you so much. So there were so many awesome ones. I wish I could read them all. Okay, first one real quick. What Taylor Swift breakup song are Catra and Adora? The person who wrote that is in here. So.
Nice one. I like that.
Such a good one.
I feel like individually, like Blank Space is definitely a Catra song, but I want to say Out of the Woods. I know that's kind of a dark horse
love
one.
that
but that's
one.
like, yeah. I'm not Taylor Swift.
No,
sing that?
sing no.
Oh my god. Yeah. All together now.
I like it.
We
All right.
co-sign.
So what's it like seeing the amount of fan art for the show? How does it feel?
The fan art is amazing. I think it's also like anytime somebody is able to do something that I am so bad at, it's like I have such awe for you cosplayers. You guys are amazing. Like I don't even know how you begin
Beautiful.
because I like my brain just doesn't work that way. But the fan art is so amazing, and there's so many different takes, and everybody kind of like puts their own spin on it. Please always tag us in that stuff because it's like I love it so much, and it's really amazing, and there's so much love that comes through that way too. It's like people's love language. You know that? Or it's like giving gifts or giving compliments or whatever. I feel like the fan art, it's like that's their gift. That's their love language. I love it. I'm all about love tonight.
You really are.
That's the theme. That's the theme.
Found it. Here, guys.
Lauren found it here on the DreamWorks campus.
Come on. This is my rune stone.
So changing tracks a little. If you were any kind of fruit, what fruit would you be? This is a real question I have in here.
We talked about this a little bit earlier. We were talking about being donuts, but fruit's kind of cool.
I get
Donuts are better, but we like fruit.
Yeah.
Eat your fruit, kids. Good for you.
If we're talking character-wise, I think that
yeah.
Scorpio obviously would be a prickly pear. It's just hard to get into, but really soft inside. If you're talking about me, I would say a mango.
I love mango.
That's great.
awesome.
Right?
I love mangoes.
When they're in season, it's just like
Beautiful. Exactly. When I'm in season, I'm my best self. My best self.
Super ripe.
So Marcus, this is for you. Are we going to hear a Bo and Seahawk sing again? Are they going to hear you guys sing?
Ashanti. Ah.
Adventure.
Wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Would we
What?
now?
Who? I don't know. Maybe. No.
I
Who?
will say that you and Jordan together in the booth is like my favorite
It's
pairing.
so
You guys have
much
so
fun.
much fun. And
We
we
have
all
too
have
much
so much
fun.
fun watching you, and it's like
It's
best.
ridiculous. It gets kind of crazy. They can't have us in the booth too often together because we get
you
no
guys
work
know each
done.
other before?
Yes. Jordan's my boy. Shout out Jordan. Yeah. So, but we will see. Stay tuned. Yeah. Awkward laughter.
Sweating.
Yeah.
AJ, do you feel like you and Catra are similar? And do you like cats?
Oh, cool. Awesome. I love cats. Growing up, I never had cats because my sister's allergic, which is a poor excuse now that we don't live together because I should own one. But I have two Bichon Shih Tzus at home. Shout out to Willow and Rhodey. Watching a live stream on Tumblr at my mom's house.
bad.
Yeah. They are 12, and I feel like introducing them to a cat. I worry about that because they're they're in their old age and like they've never been around a cat. So I've told myself, wait. But I really want a cat, a Russian blue specifically.
Oh.
What would you name your cat if you had a cat?
Oh gosh, that's so hard. Honestly, Todd.
Todd?
Yeah.
Todd the cat?
Yeah.
I love that.
I want a male cod named
my-
Todd. 2 Ds.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Todd. Well, there was
get
this
your
Himalayan
kills.
that I used to love as a kid that would hang out at the vet's office desk every time I'd come in with our tons of dogs we always owned as kids. We'd bring in our animals, and then I'd pet this Himalayan beautiful cat named Todd on the desk, hanging out. And so that's my inspiration for that name. It's the first cat I ever fell in love with. in regards to Catra and I being alike, I mean, I think we're both incredibly fierce people in the sense that we fight for what we love, we fight for what we believe in. I think she goes about things differently than I do, a little bit. But, you know, I gotta say, I do think there's an incredible person underneath, you know, the fur and the darkness. But I think she's a really good friend, actually, at the end of the day. And I think she's incredibly deep. I just think that she's not extremely vulnerable. So it's hard to kind of generate a lot of love from her, but I think she has a lot to give.
Did you learn about the character this season without giving anything away, like in terms of how she grows?
Yeah, actually, which I think is really, you know, incredible as an actor because it kind of can inform the rest of your performance when you know what's coming. And Noelle would be really good about kind of giving us like just a wash of like, this is what's coming for the show and this is what you can play with. And it was neat to know that going into certain sessions.
Someone here wants to know who records the best scratch recordings. Ooh, that was a good question.
Oh, wow. We actually have one of our animatic editors. She does the world's best Adora to the point where, like, I think that you've heard her cut into the animatics before, and you're like, that's not me.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, it's awesome. She's awesome. Yeah.
She's real good, but she's not that good. Noelle.
Shout out to Michelle. Yeah.
Okay, she's really good.
It's like, okay, tone it down. Yeah, Michelle's great, whatever.
No, she's for real. Like, especially on the efforts and stuff, like the fight scenes. I'm like, that's
really
me.
into it, yeah.
I did that. She's like, no.
So whose character do you relate to the most besides your own? Also, thank you for changing my life.
Oh,
I know.
Oh. She got that.
Someone's got to go.
What was the question again?
Oh, wait. I know we got caught up here.
We were very excited.
Emotional moment. So whose character do you relate to the most besides your own? So you can't pick yourself.
Okay.
Let's give them a moment.
Really excited about these answers.
I feel like there should be like a soundtrack to this right now. Maybe some meatloaf.
You know, I think honestly for me, and I know it's interesting because it's similar to Scorpio, but it would be Bo because in my real life, I am the person that's like, let's all get together. I'm the organizer. I'm like best friends got to be best friends. To the point that I brought this group of, I'm from Canada. I'm from Toronto. And I had, thank you very much. I had so many different friend groups. And I kept trying, but it took me leaving for them all to come together and be friends, which was so upsetting to me because I was like, we could have all been friends this whole time. But at the end of the day, I still feel like, you know, if it hadn't been me leaving, they wouldn't be friends now. So what a gift.
What's
to
your
them.
sign?
I'm an Aquarius. Oh, really? When's your birthday?
Yeah, February 10th.
I'm February 4th.
Double birthday party.
Who are you? I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, you are?
Dang.
Yeah.
You too? You're
Whoa.
47.
Oh, I love Cancer. Aries.
Oh, well.
We all get along. We're all compatible.
question, right? What
Let's
sign
not
are
talk about my
you?
Leo moon. Okay.
How about you, Amy?
What
Who
who
do
would
you
I
identify, except your own character?
Okay, well, it would be a toss-up between Catra, because I am very moody, and my husband can attest to that. He's here somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's wearing the hat. Raise your hand. Yeah. But I could, because I understand her. I think I'm a loyal person, and when I sense any kind of disloyalty, it really strikes to the worst part of my instincts. So I understand Catra in that way. And then I would say a little bit of Entrapta, because when I am focused on something, it is all that I'm focused on, and to the detriment of like other things going on, like, you know, feeding myself, and I don't know, you know. So I think maybe a cross between the two of those.
Yeah, Karen, do you have one?
Yeah, I think Bo. Bo is so good vibes only. And maybe it's because I just went to Coachella and I'm channeling those
It
vibes
is.
right now.
It is.
Subtle
But,
flex.
Yeah, a subtle flex. No, not at all.
But yeah,
I had a
yeah,
great
yeah.
time, but not at all, not at all. But yeah, I don't know. I think because you bring people together.
He's definitely the most well-adjusted
Like, that's character, what
so
I want
like
to
a
be.
good one to choose.
I think
Yeah.
that's what I want to be. Yeah.
He's very level-headed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I was like Bo.
You are.
Are you kidding?
A tad.
Chad. We're gonna say a lot.
We share a voice. You know.
I think Scorpia. I'd have to say. Yeah, I'm just very much like, I think from all like from the friend circle that I have, I'm like the one that's like, guys, let's all get together. Like, is everyone happy? Do we all love each other? Are we all good? Like, I'm very much a peacemaker in my family, and I also am that way with my friends. And I'm very vulnerable, and I'm very much I am a people pleaser, and I really want people to be happy, and I want people to be connected, and I think that's Scorpia's main goal.
No one wants to be Adora, I guess.
We all love her.
I'm like equal like Adora, Glimmer, and Catra.
There you go.
That's
Thank
yeah.
you.
Some intersection between like Adora and Catra, which is Glimmer. That's
Yeah, that's true. Glimmer's the middle.
Marcus, no?
Oh, I would say bringing it back to Mermista. Like, I feel like that's just my personality type, so that's why I wanted to trade voices for the day on that aspect. Just like super just laid back and chill. I'm from LA, so you know how we are. Yeah.
You're born and raised here?
Yeah.
Me too.
Hey, what's up?
today. Florida. Great.
All right, I think we
North.
have time for one more question, I think. That's what I'm getting for my timekeeper over there. This is really fun. So someone wants to know, who's team dog and team cat?
Oh.
Easy.
Easy.
Catra?
It's
I just want to say I don't think you should have to choose.
Agreed.
And I think the war
Agreed.
between dogs and cats needs to end. I think
It ends
sometimes.
today. It ends
Thank you very much. Because sometimes, guys, I have both, and I love them all. But sometimes the dog owners, you're a little aggressive against cats, and sometimes the cat owners, you're a little pretentious. So I think now's the time that we drop it all and we just love all the animals. Yeah.
going back to love. Going back to love. I love it.
That's all I got today, man. That's all I got.
I love it. Scorpio today. It's so great.
I think I'm
like,
slowly
so,
morphing.
like,
It's
my heart,
happening.
My cold heart. You're like warming it.
Oh, but the thing about this, though, Scorpio can't pet any of those animals. You know what I mean? Think about that.
Oh my God, the heartbreak.
She would, you
She
know.
would give great scritches.
She will give good
Scritches.
scritches. But the little ones, I'd worry about.
Well,
She needs a big cat.
She needs a big,
Hefty
yeah,
cat.
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
little like Edward Scissorhands.
Strong cat.
It's like, I just want to,
Yes.
I hurt you.
But
Like,
instead, I'm
Yes.
gonna give you this fashionable haircut.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to derail that question, but I do feel passionately about it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, there's a reason Cat Dog was a cartoon that existed. Because people don't have to choose.
Yeah.
I loved.
Why do we have to choose, right? Well, that is all the time we have, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, you guys.
I hope you love the episode. Most importantly, you guys, we can start streaming season 2 at midnight tonight. Yes, and also releasing tonight is a full-length theme song, Warriors, on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was just notified right before this. So that's
Never tell
also
me
available
anything.
midnight too. Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys, so much for coming.